See? You find things on a purpose. Find a rake. See that? Came in handy. So anyways, I need to get these bottles out of here. I'm worried about the big rain coming, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Put the bottles in that buggy. There's 5, no. I don't know, I'll have to recount this anyways because I put it on the list. Well, I don't know if I'll have time now. As long as I get this dumped. The rain's coming soon. Those ones playing that bike. Okay, let me get organized here. I'll figure it out. But updates on my cats are not doing too good. One, they want a blood work. My cat bill's $700 already. Really didn't do nothing. He's still about the same. And they said blood work's in the $300. And if he has kidney damage, it's going to tell you he's got kidney damage. Either way, they're treating him for those type of illnesses, right? So if I said put painkillers or medicine, bring him home, and I'll spend time with him. And if it doesn't get any better, then we're going to have to put him down. And the other cat, Siamese cat, Leo, he's got... Courage is the one that, when I gave the greeting, New Year's greeting, that's Courage. He was on my picture when I get a greeting on my channel. His name is Courage. Leo was Siamese ginger, and he's got crystals or something in his bladder, but they don't go through his pee hole, so, or something like that. Between there and there, they want to do some operation, and they want $3,000, but doesn't guarantee it's going to help. So why pay $3,000? It doesn't guarantee nothing. So it's not going to happen. So all we're going to do is bring them home, spend time with these animals, and that's all we can do. You know, I mean, we spent a lot of money, but can't do much more, right? So okay, I quickly loaded everything up here. I got 605 bottles. 605. I had Joe help me after I was actually I was unloading the other stuff. He was loading the other stuff there. I need the containers. That's why I'm kind of in a rush there. I need to get rid of these, and it closes in about 45 minutes. So that should cover a pretty good super sack. It'd be like $60.50. So gives me 19 containers. I want to buy more. I think I need another 20 more containers, especially if summertime comes along and I need all that space. I need like a lot of, because I can't be might get to a point where I have no time to sort stuff out. But like, you know, it's money in the bank, right? As long as you got holes, drain holes. And if I do get a lot of them, I'll just throw them in the corner of my property so they're not too close to the house. I don't want any flies and stuff, but you know, it can track bees and so on, right? But all the milk products I'll get rid of right away because they are bulky and they kind of load really quick. It's the glass ones that take time because it takes containers up. The other ones I can automatically, and when I have lots of containers, I can count them as I unload them, right? That makes a big difference. Right now I'm kind of scrambling. I threw them in a wheelbarrow, I threw them in another container, I didn't count nothing. But when I have time, I have empty containers. If I put 30, it works about 35 to 40 per container. Depends if you got a few beer bottles mixed in, but it's around close to 30 wine bottles. You get the bigger tote setter, a little bit higher, 50 inches high. You know, I'm gonna get some of those, and it's a softer plastic. I don't really want the Home Depot ones. They're really hard plastic and they actually shatter, which I don't like. The other ones will flex and bend. They're usually blue and gray and they're off colors. Okay, we'll go to that scrapyard, see how they go, or to the bottle depot. We'll get rid of those. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, 605 bottles. That was $60.50. I talked to another guy. He's a bald guy too, and he was filling a container up. But he asked me if I'm going to Langley, which I don't do Langley. But he had mostly beer bottles. So I'm thinking further out. In Langley, they do beer only, mostly beer. He was surprised they had so many wine bottles. He told me he has tons at home too, and he's worried about the weather like me. That's why he was rushing to get rid of his. But interesting, you know, different locations. Like I said, certain parts of Vancouver's milk jugs. And I noticed it's all wine bottles, right? And it's also, some areas have lots of plastic, and some areas don't have plastic. It's really, really unusual. The habits of people, like maybe if you got a lot of money, you don't drink in a plastic bottle because there's microplastics in containers, right? They leach off, so people use glass, right? Some people have Avalon Dairy, our organic, grass-fed or organic stuff, right? It's really, really bizarre. You learn. It's just like when I used to do bottle digging down in Erie, Pennsylvania. We used to dig bottles, and every house, there was a lot of cures in there. You knew they had stomach issues, or they had maybe some sort of diseases, right? So you'd find in their outhouse pit, you'd find certain type of bottles for certain type of remedies. Some would drink, some would be full of whiskey bottles. You know, he went to the toilet just to drink his whiskey, threw it down the toilet, right, to hide it. So that, you know, it's interesting. You know, it's just like almost the same in my eyes now doing this, right? Anyways, we're gonna go back. The rain's already started now. We're talking about 100 millimeters up to 275 millimeters. Yeah, so it's going to be something crazy, atmospheric rivers. So they said there could be a lot of flooding and so on. Well, that's why maybe what I'll do is a process of my bottles that are sitting right now, that are sitting on the ground around my truck, process all the milk jugs, and then after that I'll process some scrap for tomorrow's scrap run. I won't be doing those unless the weather's good. I can strip those tomorrow, but like those 2 motors off and a few things and separate HMS, but we'll see on the weather. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I decided to actually do some bottles here. Just it was weather, it's just raining like crazy. I'm soaking wet anyways, but I was gonna do my pots and pans to get stuff ready for tomorrow, but I think probably could do in the morning. Just I need to be on top of this. I still have tons of bottles under here, tons of bottles. Then I have all these bottles here. All those bottles here. And then we have a container there. Another container there. And then we have 535 milk jugs. Then we have 70, 65. Those are milk cartons. 130, 100, 80, 20. So that's 2, 3, 4, 430 right there. And we have 135 there. And then we have 53 bucks, like 100 bucks sitting right here. I got a record amount of material here. It's like I never had this much material. There's so many cans, like bags are still full here. There's more milk here, lots of plastic. Look at this, all this cans here. That's about all I normally get, is about that much. I have this, and this of beer. This is a kind of oddball, but that's okay. This is all pop here. I got 5 containers of pops. It's probably about 600 pop cans here. I spent $74 in 2 days of street scrapping and picking up bottles. That was 2 days. The last 2 days I spent. Because what I did is I ran it to a certain point. I put fuel in today. It was $74 in fuel. So that means I did $74. It cost me $74 to travel for 2 days. And I'm spending 5-6 hours sometimes, right? Depends. Because you're going really slow, but I kind of got a new method, I think. Drive, but kind of be selective on some things, like, you know. Like if I saw one milk jug, I'm not going to stop. But if it looks interesting, like if I see a couple or something, or a couple pop cans, but if I go for one thing at a time and get in my car, I already lost 5 pounds doing this already. Up, in and out of my car, into my car, up and down, in the car, out of the car, lifting this, lifting that. I've already lost 5 pounds, my pants are falling off. So I got a belt, but my belt is already needs to be replaced. But anyways, I show you, it's like pretty good. And I already sold today, like I say, I sold 605 bottles already. That was glass. And I probably have 300 there, and I have two here. These 2 are glass. The 2 that are glass, there's probably about 40 there. And like I say, I got all this here. Look at this, container after container, stuff everywhere. And this all has to disappear by Sunday, because I want to start my new cycle, right? You know, like That's my cycle, right? All the scraps got to go. Well, the HMS will go on next week, just because I got to deal with that bin, and everything's pretty heavy there. I want to take the 2 motors off, all those relays that I showed you there on one side. And the HMS, I want to do these tires. So, but that's okay. That's got to be done before the end of the month. Both bins, actually. So that's okay. Well, this one, I like the process. I just kind of curious on the weight of it. I ended up giving Joe 50 bucks in fuel for his car. I mean, he's a hurting dude, right? What do you want to do? I like to help him out. So I put 50 for fuel. I gave him the salami package that was really hot. I don't know if you saw it in my first video, but I'm gonna give him half of the other pepperoni, so he's happy. And I got I think 16 here to process. And these are all smaller tires, so I should be able to do them no problem. There's no cutting involved. Very little if there is. The really big tires, like the 17-inch, 16-inch ones, 16-inch truck or 17-inch truck is a problem. Those big ones are hard to get off. Anyways, a lot of progress. I got my aluminum rims there. Got some sealed units to do. I got all the aluminum process. The dirty is going to be next week. Just because I like to get at least a good load. That's like, there's probably maybe 150 pounds here. Maybe 200 pounds. No, but 150. But I did add about 50 pounds today there. So we'll get aluminum started. So this one is kind of cool here. Blue Nun. You know, blue bottles like that. Just women like for windows and stuff. You take the labels off if they wanted to. You got a blue bottle. So if I sold it for $1 or $2, it's worth more than 10 cents. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, even these ones too. They're already colored glass, right? You know, see that? Makes, you know, it's a nice stuff. I bet you probably cost a couple bucks to produce that bottle, at least $2, $3 probably. Well, someone said it's $200. I'm not sure if it was American to buy this. I know Johnny Walker's pretty expensive stuff. I didn't know that. I thought it was cheap crap because I used to, when I go on bottle digging, I was digging that stuff all the time like it was common stuff. But no, the stuff is really expensive. I had a gin here that was broken. It was called Wheatley Neal Gin, and it had a beautiful looking bottle, but it was broken. So far, the gins are the best bottles, and I like the Japanese bottles too. If they're pottery, that kind of stuff's pretty cool. Even these things here, like, do you want to give that away for 10 cents? Right? This is kind of cool. You could just give to someone for their man cave, whatever. But this should be like 25, 30 cents, right? But anyways, I got 3, 4 of those, and then I got this as part of my collection over here. So far, it's, I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but for now, there's doubles in here. Just a variety of stuff. We'll get into it one day. One day when I get a good assortment together, I'll make a slideshow. But I have now 3 sizes of this stuff. I'm happy about that. I have all 3 sizes. Just a cool bottle, nice emerald green color. Just a beauty. This is the other one here. It's actually a pretty big one. Right there, see that? See the sizes like that? Like cool, huh? Very cool. So, I'm just playing around with stuff for now. I used to like collect bottles. Got a big collection of ginger beers, soda pops, but all early turn of century. This is kind of a new thing here. But anyways, just want Joel's checking the bike out today. I saw him riding it, but it needs a crank, I believe. Crank is shot. Anyways, okay guys, like I say, weather's killing me here. The weather. I mean, it's raining. They're talking about, I don't know, 200 millimeters or something, like 200, anywhere from 100 to 275 millimeters of rain. That's like crazy. Atmospheric river. It must have started now because I already had about 2 inches in one of my buckets. It was totally dry. It was 2 inches in the just in a matter of hour, 2 hours. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching.